What's up? What's up? Kaelynn and I are being better. We're being very intentional. And as you can see, we're cutting some veggies right now. We got a time lapse right there, so I can show you what that looks like. Obviously, it's not going to look like much because it's the first time we're doing it. I want it to be nice and natural. I'm supposed to be helping right now, so I'm going to grab a knife. It's the new year. I was waving it around earlier.
I'm just gonna rinse these and then you can chop them up nice and fine.
We like to cook our food. We used to be vegetarians / vegans. We're not.
We were gluten free, like we were on it.
Yeah. But we're
going back to it.
We just want to be healthy. Healthy.
Here, then you can place it and then you can just place it in here when you're done.
Gotta get those angles. So anyways, I'm filming this because Kaelynn and I are having fun with things that we do. She already has a podcast. But I think she's gonna start adding some personal things on that podcast, which you can check out. It's called May You Thrive. But I've
been on a bit of a hiatus, so we're doing like a rebranding.
Yeah. Speaking of rebranding, Kaelynn, can we get a quick little turn around so we can show the folks what you're repping right now? Ooh, that's called May You Thrive. What a big old face.
I'm like wondering well, I mean, speaking of May You Thrive, I've just been really deeply thinking and like honing in. What am I about? Separating myself from the face of the brand. I just redid the Instagram.
I've been feeling that too with my.
It's easier to support something rather than someone, and I don't know why that is. But
it feels like that, at least. That's. People like,
get their emotions too attached if they see like you rather than the brand.
Honestly, it's weird how people. I don't know. Maybe is it competition? Is it they just don't want to see you successful?
Well, I don't even think it's like necessarily a choice. It's just what happens.
Why?
Our influences. I feel like social media makes things complicated.
Because we see like these.
It makes it really easy to compare.
Yeah.
And contrast. And it's like,
unrealistic almost.
You get to curate such a false reality. It's not false, like real, but it's just like.
Is this for soup?
Yeah.
Is this for soup? Right now?
I'm prepping it for tomorrow. It's gonna be on really low for tomorrow night.
Right, so that's what kind of soup are we having?
Honestly, it's just whatever is here. These vegetables, celery, carrot.
Stay tuned to see what whatever there is here
Put some
soup.
squash in there. I think that'll make it good. Chickpeas, mushrooms. I wish we had a compost. So I wonder if we should just start one.
Should.
Yeah.
Should.
I want to start one.
We've been working on our shoulds lately. How do you feel when someone says, should I fill in the blank? You should fill in the blank. How does that make you feel?
Right.
Know how it makes me feel? It makes me feel like someone's not really saying what they actually want to say. I like direct. You should take out the garbage. No, it's, I don't want to take the garbage out right now, And would you do it for me? And thank you. Oh, sure, of course. Not you should take out the garbage.
I love how you cut.
I get in the cut. No, I don't. Not in this one. Don't let the baby fool you.
Ha 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 ha.
Kaelynn, would you come here for a second? I just want to say one thing.
You keep cutting?
I will. I'll cut anything for you.
That's right.
Anyone. Anything. Somebody's up. Really done this before. Just film and talk as if I'm talking to somebody, but it's an interesting feeling. It makes me feel like I'm really talking to you. But then I wonder, I'm like, why would you be watching this? You know, there's actually some people who just watch people do nothing. Like, actually, they vlog about it.
Sounds satisfying.
I could be one of those people. If I really put my mind to it, I could be one of those people that does nothing and shows you how little I do.
Ha! That's funny.
But the truth is, it's not a little. I do a lot. I could do more. I could do more. But I don't want to. But I will.
Hi, baby.
I have aspirations. I could say that they're deep, but in comparison to what? But here's what I don't know. A lot. Here's what I want to know.
Everything.
Hi, baby.
Would you like the base to be vegetable broth or coconut?
Coconut. Could you say that again to me, please and thank you, except call me daddy at the end of it? And then smack my butt.
Would you like the base to be vegetable broth or coconut? Daddy.
Ooh.
I wasn't sure about Shadow just because he's chewing that thing.
There's a dog over there. His name's Shadow. Kaelynn's saying this because he's chewing a Duraflex. He's a very good dog. Good client too. Very good client. We love our clients.
I walk out and Marcy has the dog food handle in her mouth.
Did you fart? So here's something I will talk about. It last year at this time, Kaelynn and I and Zada and the dogs were living down in San Diego, and Kaelynn was 23 days away from having our young boy that you hear. He's right here. He's saying, feed me. Zada. I want to say hi to everybody. We were at home. We never planned on going to the hospital to give birth to this guy. We knew that we wanted to have him at home, which is interesting. I think it's cool because
there wasn't a question.
Well, we never even talked about it. We never said anything about it. It was almost like we both just knew that that's what was going to happen. Which is pretty cool because when it comes to birth, you would think that's a pretty big topic. I remember people would be asking, do you have your birthing plan yet? And we kind of just kept it to ourselves. We didn't really share a whole lot. We just were like, yeah. We actually, there's only a few people that really asked. But when we did say what we were going to do, birthing at home, most people were pretty apprehensive about it. They're like, ooh, I don't know if that's a great idea. But we did it anyways. When Kaelynn started going into labor, she thought that she was going to have Zada that night. And it was wild when it started happening. Which, side note, our dog had puppies 3 weeks earlier. So I know what it looks like when babies are born. They start vibrating and all that stuff. That's literally what she started doing when he was actually coming through the birth canal. But that didn't come until 79 hours from the first set of contractions. That, like I said, 79 hours of contractions for another 6 hours of deep, intense, violent contractions. But Kaelynn handled it well. We had on really good music. Well, actually, here's a funny thing, because we did it in a pool at home. And, look at your cutting. We did it in a pool in the living room. And I put oils in it, essential oils in it, thinking it would help. And
he did that because I like baths. And so he, set it up the way that I would like a bath. But what happened?
Well, it was just so slippery. It wasn't actually a good idea. I'm thinking it's going to be, no wrinkles, no stretch marks, no ripping. And here I am having to hold her up 70% of the time while we're in there. Just because it's slippery everywhere. And the water kept on going cold.
How many buckets did you get?
I have 5-gallon buckets. No.
There's 7 gallons.
I had the 5-gallon retainers. What is it? The big bottles, like the reserve bottles of the 5 liters that we bought for the RV. We were living in our RV for a while, and we had a lot of water on stock.
Yeah, I was just letting you know that's 7 gallons, not 5.
Those are 7 gallons. Okay, so there was these 7-gallon bottles, and I filled them up with scorching hot water and filled this pool up.
So many times for days.
I would say probably over 50 times, maybe, just in terms of actually filling one up and then bringing it in. Mm-hmm. Also, getting rid of the water didn't happen until the very end. But I digress. Reason why I bring this up is because it was just dope. We weren't even expecting it. We stayed at home. We had a fetal Doppler, checked his heart rate, her heart rate, every time we did the contractions. Not every time. There's actually sometimes, you know what?
What?
There were some times where we're not concerned, but a question did raise. And I remember when we were doing the fetal Doppler, and the heart rate went down. Remember that? It was at 130, 132, and then it went down to 124.
I thought it was 117 or something crazy.
And we were like, is that supposed to happen? And then I just kept on checking after that.
He was my doctor.
Yeah, we did really well. We recorded everything. I was writing it down.
I wouldn't have had it any other way. I don't know. That was I couldn't imagine being in a hospital. Because it's such a slow process. You think it's going to be this fast thing, but I think that the way in which I went about it was... I didn't rip for a reason.
Yeah.
And, there weren't issues for a reason, and that's because we let my body do what it knew how to do.
And it did. It really did. It was beautiful. It's an understatement to say it was beautiful, but just the courage to go through that situation with not really a lot of people on your side either.
No
so
one
it's
on
like,
your side? Who? Maybe 2 people?
it's like, I mean, I'm sure there was a lot of people,
Oh,
but
who?
there were people who were close to us who weren't on our side. And that, it always creates this energy where it's like, if something bad were to happen, like these people would point a finger at you, but we were really
it's almost like
prepared.
they're wanting something to happen.
It's, yeah, like to teach you a lesson. You ever have that happen where people want to teach you a lesson so bad that they want the worst case scenario to happen to
Just
you?
so they can say, I told you so.
Right. And that's how fat egos are. My ego is big. Anyway,
Okay, on that note.
well, this time last year, so she was nice, big, round. She was super horny. It was really hard to get into the mood. You were really horny.
Oh, shoot.
You remember that?
Yeah. But you weren't.
I was not at all. I was not.
How come?
And I have no idea, really, if I think about it.
I remember you saying it felt awkward.
It wasn't, I was attracted to you, but there was something about it. I don't know. I just couldn't get in the mood.
Yeah.
It was like he was moving in your stomach and all that. There was something about it. It was like, maybe not all dudes go through this, but I was just like, my boy is right there. Right there. And we still did it, kind of, you know. You know what was different for me, though? Eating out. I was like, for some reason, there was a lot going on down there, and I love eating out. Like, I will. I'll get takeout every night if I can. You know what I mean? But something about it, there's a lot of smells happening. It wasn't bad.
It was just different.
It was a lot. It was juicy.
Very juicy.
Very juicy. And if you haven't had a child or you're a dude, you're listening to this, you're like, ooh, juicy vagina. Yeah, that's nice. It's juices. It's a lot. Think about birthing juices. You know, a lot. A lot. But
On that note, I'm done cutting up.